What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports back again with another one. Venus Williams, 7-time major championship winner, is going to face Coco Gauff in the first round of the Australian Open. This is the first major of 2020. As you know, they met last year at the Wimbledon championships in the first round, and the 15-year-old Coco Gauff upset Venus Williams and beat her in dominating fashion. You know, beat her convincingly. It wasn't no third set tiebreaker or nothing like that, man. She beat her convincingly. So they're going to meet up again in the Australian Open. And you know Venus Williams is going to be ready to go for that matchup, as she was dominated again in that Wimbledon first round matchup. Coco Gauff came out of nowhere, and that kind of catapulted her to be this young rising tennis sensation. Got a lot of headlines and a lot of publicity, and she was able to make it to the I believe it was the Sweet 16 of the Wimbledon Open that year. Yeah, she made it to the fourth round of the Open, or even maybe to the quarterfinals, as she ended up losing to the number one ranked player at that time. She lost to her in the fourth round. I don't know if it was the fourth round or the quarterfinals, but she was able to take that win over Venus Williams, and that gave her a lot of confidence, and she was able to play well in that tournament, man. But they're going to meet again in the Australian Open. Venus Williams put out a tournament last week, I think, or a week before last. She put out a tournament, and I don't know, she had some kind of injury that kept her out of there, man. But she's looking to be ready to go as far as the Australian Open. Now, Serena Williams, who's looking to tie Margaret Court as the most Grand Slams in women's tennis history, is going to be a top 8, and she's if everything goes well, she's slated to match up possibly with Naomi Osaka in the fourth round. So that could be a great matchup. Two hard hitters. Would that be the changing of the guard? Will Naomi Osaka be able to beat her like she was able to defeat her in the 2018 U.S. Open final, as she put on a hell of a performance and kind of got overshadowed by the temper tantrum that Serena Williams threw going on with the umpire at that tournament, man. It got a lot of headlines. It kind of took away from Naomi Osaka's moment, as she played an unbelievable match. But like I said, it got overshadowed by Serena and the tennis umpire having tense exchanges, to say the least. And they went back and forth. And Serena Williams at one point called the umpire a cheater. You know, when the umpire accused her of taking signals and from her coach in the stands, which is not allowed, she took umbrage to that and said, nah, she was just looking over, and she was looking at the crowd. She wasn't looking at anybody particular, and she took offense to that, and it kind of, played with her emotions throughout that tournament, that she couldn't let that go and focus on the match at hand. And like I said, eventually called the umpire a cheater for taking a point from her at one point in the match. So it was very crazy, that final there. But hopefully those two will meet up in the fourth round, and we'll see what happens when they match up, man. But again, Venus Williams versus Coco Gauff, first round of the 2020 Australian Open. Will that be a changing of the guard? Will Coco Gauff continue to show that at this point in both of their career, that she's just a much better player than Venus? Or will Venus say, nah, not yet, youngin'. I'm still one of the top players, and I'm still a force to be reckoned with, and I'm going to teach you a tennis lesson here in 2020. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what transpires, man. But it's going to be a very interesting matchup, man, and I'm be looking forward to that matchup, man, as the Australian Open kicks off the year as far as the first major of 2020. And again, another news in tennis is Bianca Andreescu. She won't be playing in the Australian Open. She's been dealing with an injury there. Last year's U.S. Open champion, who defeated Serena Williams in dominating fashion, beat her in straight sets. She's not gonna be able to play in the first major. Hopefully she gets healthy and she'll be ready to go for the French Open. And that's kind of upsetting that she's not gonna be there. But got plenty of strong women in the field, man. You got Barty there. A lot of pressure on her, hometown favorite. They're looking to try to get her first Australian Open championship. She'll be there. You've got, like I say, Naomi Osaka. You got Venus Williams. You got Serena, Coco Gauff. You got a lot of strong players out there, man. You got a lot of strong women players. On the men's side, you got the big three, obviously, and Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, and Novak Djokovic going at it. And then you got the Russian that came on strong at the end of last year, Medvedev. He's going to be looking to get his first major championship. So it's going to be interesting to see. We see how the U.S. men do in this tournament, as the hard courts seem to be their favorite surfaces. So we'll see maybe if one of the U.S. men players can make a run. Maybe Isner can make a run or something like that. We'll see what happens on that front. But that's the news. It's breaking news in tennis, man. Venus Williams versus Coco Gauff. They'll meet up in the first round of the Australian U.S. Open, and we'll see what happens. Leave your comments in the comment section who you think takes that match. You think it'll be Venus, the old wily veteran, or you think it'll be the young, up-and-coming tennis sensation in Coco Gauff? Leave your picks in the comment section and let me know what you think. This is JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. Holla.